So Brad, the second segment of our offering framework is the customer segment. Right in your sweet spot, man. So tell us about what we've got to check, what the business checks when it creates an offering about customers.
Okay, yeah, so you mentioned last segment about how the offering itself, like where it fits in the target market, right? And so what we try to do is look at that almost again, but almost from the customer standpoint, right? So in those target markets, whether it's the small, medium segment, or maybe even the large enterprise, what would the situation of the customer, how would that dictate what they'd use this offering for, right? And what do we think the strongest fit would be? What do we think that there'd be a fit, but it might not be a perfect fit? So basically, from the customer standpoint, you look at those same things, right, for the target market. And then the last couple things you look at is the customer responsibilities. So while you're going through the pre-sales process, or while you're even going through the offering itself, you need to look at the customer responsibilities. And really, it's we can't underscore this enough. I mean, this customer is the entire reason we're doing this offering.
Absolutely.
And so, they really need to be very, very clear about what they're doing today. That is one of the most important things we can discern from them is what they're doing today. And also gather from them why that current state is unacceptable, right? I mean, what is it that they are doing today that is either a pain operationally, a pain financially, or just a general pain, right? Or what is it they think they're missing out on? And then the last thing is, they need to tell us again what exactly that pain is associated with. Again, maybe it is money, but how much money is that, right? I mean, those are all the things that are going to help frame things from not only the offering side, but also the salesperson side. Because once we know that these things all relate to each other, all these segments, but it really is truly important for that salesperson and for us to understand all of these things so that we can apply the correct offering to it. And the last thing we look at from the customer standpoint is what are the different variations of the offering that would fit into the pain that they're having, right? And so let's pretend that we're looking at something, they have a special financial need. Well, how are we going to frame the offering so that we can meet a couple of different financial needs or something like that? And so I mean, really, this is the main event. The main event is the customer, right? And what they're trying to achieve. But at the same time, all these things relate to each other. So I hope that helps.
It certainly does, and I think on a more granular detail here, there's different responsibilities at the customer level per offering. For instance, we go in and do active infrastructure management contract, we have to see their network. We just have to before we go to the next stage. That's a responsibility of them. We can't quote it like we have a price book, of course, but to really get it fully under management. So this also identifies those responsibilities as well. So thank you very much. That concludes the customer segment.